Okay, this is a coffin box working. I'm sure you've seen many coffin box workings on YouTube. This one, it's a little bit different. We want to remove a female. She's a third party and she's interfering. You know the drill. So what we're going to do is line a little coffin. It's a candle, also, just to let you know. Uh, that's what makes this a bit different. So what I'm going to do is I've got the photograph, and I could use a puppet, but the problem with the puppet, I make cloth puppets, and this is going to burn like crazy. So I don't want to use anything that's too dangerous, if you know what I mean. I don't want to cause a house fire. So this is Banish oil, and I'm putting a blackthorn pin and dipping it into that. You could use any type of oil, And what I'm going to do is find the photograph, should I say, and place it through the face of the person. And another thing I should mention, I like to put an X on the person's face. A little bit fiddly, but we're getting there. The problem is I'm trying to protect the names, etc. There we go. You don't have to do this. Like I said, go with your initiative. So I'm folding that away from me, and I have a petition basically saying what I want. You could, if you want to remove a person, you could go with basically, you could say, call death on your finances, I call death on your beauty, I call death your general luck, your health. That's the kind of thing, you could write on your petition. In this instance, I don't really want to go into it, but the client knows what I've put on that petition. So we're going to just place that into the coffin box. Like so. These coffins are very small, but they're perfect for the job. Okay, and I am going to put a little bit of graveyard dirt just over the top of that, because it is death after all we are calling forth. Okay. Knotweed, because knotweed, it stops people from maneuvering forward in life, if that makes sense. My coffin is falling apart. Not to worry. Tell you more where that came from. I'm putting in 9 little nails, preferably rusty. I've got a little mix of, it's just complete discord, just to set the person's life in disarray, etc. That's going to go in there. Okay. Now, I don't have any poppy seeds, but I do have a little bit of dirt from around a mental institute, an asylum. And I'm going to put a little bit in there, because in order to make someone go away, you really do have to up the ante with your technique. Someone, is not just going to wake up one day and say, I need to move. You need to push that. And that means, why I'm putting in the asylum dirt is because I want the person to have like a breakdown and say to themselves, well, I can't deal with this anymore. I need to go elsewhere. I need to move away. That's the kind of thing. You have to hit this from different angles. So, obviously the spell is directed at causing, discord in the life, turning the life upside down. But what we want to do is push it a little bit further. I'm going to put in Devil's Dung as well. Not much, because that really is horrible, especially when you burn it. It's horrible. Destruction powder, again, a little bit of this because it's toxic. It's really, really stinky. Let me see. Again, I have to go easy on these because I'm going to be burning it, and it's a heavy smell. That was cayenne powder. Again, that's to raise the fire element. Discord oil. You use whatever you've got. And I need to emphasize, if you're going to do this working, please cleanse yourself afterwards. It's so important to do that because it's one of those things where something could attach themselves to you. You're also tampering with someone's free will, and that in itself, I don't personally believe in the Western view of karma, but I do believe that there's such a thing as cause and effect. So, I think we need to balance things out. The light, the dark has to have a balance. And when someone is in the wrong, I think it's good to, for us to balance the scales. But I need to emphasize that you really do need to, cleanse yourself, be it via sage, hyssop, let me see, egg cleanse, limpia, whatever you've got, cleanse yourself and make sure that nothing is on you. If you don't have any of that, simple salt, sea salt even is fine. Put some of that in your bath, shower, base, that's fine as well. But make sure that, if you're cleaning your house, clean from the back to the front. Just make sure that you cleanse. And if you're deploying this in a cemetery, go into the cemetery. What I do is I go into the cemetery and I leave normally 3 coins at the gate to pay the gatekeeper. And if I'm putting it near a grave, I would put some coins at the grave, or an offering, a small offering that is not noticeable, like a tiny, those tiny little liquors, like whiskey, tiny bottles, or flowers, or whatever. And then on the way out, I go home a different route, just to make sure that there's nothing following me or has attached itself to me. And I cleanse for quite a few days after the actual working. So just to let you know, because it would be irresponsible for me just to go ahead and put this up on YouTube and not explain that. So just to let you know that. So anyway, I'm going to put some chili in there. And a bit of sulfur, and that's going to be it, because I really don't want to overload this. Wow, I've overloaded it. Okay, so I'm putting a little top on it. Fits so. Now I need some black yarn. 1 second. Okay, so I'm actually using thread because I thought to myself, I was thinking that it would be, it's the fire aspect I'm a bit concerned about. So I just used some black thread, which is, perfectly fine. So we're going to bind away, and I'm going to make some statements of intent. So I'm going to basically say that she will disappear into the shadows. She will be, she will lose her looks. She will lose her money. She will lose. I'm saying it into myself as I go along, but that is the kind of thing that I will be saying. That she will become lost. She will become a nobody, should I say. Also, I should say, every day, I need to show you what I'll be doing. I'll show you on a piece of paper. Let's say her name is Jane Doe. Okay, Jane Doe. I don't know if you can see that, but every day I will score a letter off. So I will work this spell for as many days is in the target's name. So if it's Jane Doe, it will be 4, 5, 6, 7 days. So I will be burning a little bit of this candle for every letter, and I will score the letter out. And at the end of the, when the spell is complete, all the letters are scored out. And then I will burn that piece of paper. That's just something that I do from time to time. That was taught to me by an old family member many, many years ago. But anyway, I'm going to concentrate on this for one moment. And I also am asking Spirit for a sign that this spell will work. A clear sign. Okay. Now I'm turning the box anti-clockwise. Just want to make sure it's tight. So you can make up your chant if you want, something that rhymes. I used to do that. I don't do that anymore. It doesn't really matter at all, in all honesty. As long as you make your intent and you make it really clearly with harm to no one close to you, or yourself, of course. And if you're doing it for someone else, your client. Okay. It's decided to stop, so we'll stop. Tying it in 3 knots. And this will sit on the Holy Death's altar whilst it burns. And I will keep everyone updated on the progress of this. I'm hoping it will set up nicely. Probably won't. It does. Okay. It's been a while since I've used these little coffin boxes, so I will read it at a later date for the client, but actually I've got a prepared candle. I light it from the candle. I always dedicate a candle to whatever spirit I'm working with. And there we go. So I'll sit every night and I will basically say what I've just said, that, she will be a no one. She will turn into a nobody. She will disappear. No one will admire her. No men are attracted to her. She's just faded. She's just a lonely, faded old woman. And that's what I'll be saying. So push a bit of energy into it as well. Every night I will work on it. I'll be pushing some energy into it. So don't have her name at hand. I don't remember her name. It's written inside, obviously. But the client knows how long the spell will last for just by the initials. No, the letters, should I say. So there you go. That's basically what I've got. Cleanse. Please cleanse. Make sure that you do that. If you feel any remorse, any guilt, any nervousness about doing something like this, don't do it. Do not do it. Because at the end of the day, you need to be able to be confident in your results, be confident that it will work, and you don't want to attach yourself to it in any way, and you just don't want if you have a bit of, I don't know, some people still have a bit of religious, I don't know what you want to call it, it's like dogma, it's still attached to them from their early years with the church and stuff. And sometimes this kind of thing can still worry them. They're going to do it, but it still worries them. You need to be sure that you want to do this. You need to be 100% certain that you want this result. This is for magic as well, so at the end of the day, it's important to think it out, because at the end of the day, you're causing chaos in someone's life, no matter what way you look about it. You look at it. I don't judge people when they come to me. I look at the situation and I decide I just won't put this kind of work in on any person. I look into the situation because Obviously, I can pull cards on it and see, if the situation is real, and this situation is real, very, very real, and that is why. And there's a little child involved as well and stuff. So at the end of the day, we want to get the best result. And and I should say that I don't want to go into the ins and outs of it, but it's justified. This woman would be better off elsewhere, and that's the truth. So houseofmagick@gmail.com. Like, share, subscribe. Please leave whatever you have to say in the comments section, and I'll get back to you all very soon. Like I said, I will be emailing everyone about their cases really soon. I'm going to go through, like I said before, my list. I'll be in touch with you all very soon. If you're waiting on a video, everything's coming. I promise that. Please understand, videos are time consuming, and there's always the tarot reading as well, which is really time consuming. And once I've finished the actual spell, I get really tired. So I sometimes do the tarot reading at a later date. In this instance, I want to work on this right away, so I will do the tarot reading at a later date, because simply these kind of spells, they zap me of energy. It can be quite draining, but I want to keep my strength up, so I usually just stop, and I mean, I wouldn't do 2 or 3 of these a night. One is all I'll do, because I need all my energy to push into the actual, spell. So anyway, I think I'm warbling. It's time to go, and I'm going to work on this, and I will speak to you all again very soon.